Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Today, I'm a little giddy. Today I am going to channel Bashar and Archangel Michael on some information about timelines, finding your highest timeline. And I don't know if you've ever pulled that energy in. He just is, Bashar is just, he just has that jumpy, happy, funny energy. All right. So just give me a second and then I'll start channeling and talk about timelines. So we've talked a lot about Archangel Michael bringing in ways to go to your highest timelines. And so I want to get a little insight from the channeling I've done with Bashar, and he's here now real time. But I want to give some of the stuff I channeled earlier because I already did a little pre-channeling. And so a timeline shift is like he says, you know, you're everything's in the now, and any movement is a timeline shift, or even you can call it a whole new parallel reality, which is the same thing. You're shifting your timelines, and they both can sound so confusing, but what it is you make a decision to move, and any movement shifts everything, changes everything. That's a timeline shift. And he talks about being very passionate about being passionate. So it's kind of like Abraham Hicks says, I know you don't mind me saying, you know, that the most important thing to you should be your vibration and having it higher. And so being passionate about being passionate, you know, following your highest passion, following your highest joy, following your bliss. And what that does is it brings you to your highest timeline. And he says where people have problems continuing to follow their highest passion, their highest timeline, is where the mind comes in and you feel like, you know, you need to figure out how the things you're preferring to have in your timeline, which is your highest timeline, how that's going to manifest. And he always talks about how that's the job of your higher self, your mind's job. Okay. The job of the human mind, the human brain, is to translate what has happened, and it's the higher self who can see it from a higher perspective and bring in. The higher self knows already what you prefer, knows how to bring it to you. And so if you stay in your highest timeline, then you get, so everything that you've ever imagined is right here, and you choose it by choosing your preferred state of being. What is that saying you always say? Circumstances don't matter. Your state of being matters. What is your preferred state of being? You know, I'm sure if you've ever followed Bashar, you've heard him say that. Is that right? Is that the right? Yeah, I said it right. And he says, say it out loud. Circumstances don't matter. State of being matters. What is my preferred state of being? And then what that does is it doesn't change your reality right away, but it helps you to see it in a different light. And on a spiritual journey, this is, you know, what you do a lot of the times. You are understanding that everything here is an illusion, created illusion, and that, you know, you can choose the illusion that you want to choose, but you also must choose how you react to the illusion, and that is state of being. So what Archangel Michael is saying, I'm going to let you talk. I am. When he was talking about the shifting timeline, shift, it's more now of an awareness. You're aware that your timeline's shifting. You're aware that each movement in time and space, created time and space, is a choice where you shift your timeline. Archangel Michael is saying, There are things that you wanted to master. There are painful lessons you wanted to master. If you're watching this right now, it's time to remember, not learn, to remember these things about timelines. It's time to remember how you create the desired, the preferred vibration reality that you would like to create. Hold on. And so we come together and we understand that there is only now. And in the now, we create our past. And if you release the anxiety of the future to your higher self and focus on being passionate, then you can allow your highest timeline to come in. I love that. Okay. They're kind of blending. It's so weird. I feel their energies blending together. They kind of want to bring a point out to me with a blended energy. Are we doing oneness here? I know oneness. Okay, we're blending. Okay, so close your eyes and see if you can feel. Let their energies come in and feel them blending. It's so beautiful. And that, only if you're passionate about it. That's what I heard. The only feel it if you're passionate about it. Okay. What else? I don't know exactly what I channeled. I don't remember. So if there are any questions, please write them below and we will talk about it. It was a little, two huge energies at once was a little much. And I want to share. So I was thinking about this and I'm like, who should I? Okay, sorry. Okay, I'll say that after I tell this. Who should I write first? Maybe. And Archangel Michael said, you should write Bashar first. Unless you're dead set on making it an alphabetical thing, you should write Bashar's name first, because it just shows people that there's no hierarchy. There's no hierarchy. That's all made up here. So there is something, okay, when we were talking about, Archangel Michael wants me to bring something more in. When we were talking about when you choose your passion, your highest joy, and you move to that timeline and you can still see that things don't necessarily change right away. He's saying, Archangel Michael is saying, you stand in it, let it move through you. This is what we talk about when we're talking about going with the flow, and see it from a higher perspective. When you put emotion into it, it causes it to stick around, because there's something about it that you must want to explore if you're putting emotion into it. Oh my goodness. So, into what you're seeing. So, keep your eye on the prize. Keep the vision alive. Always about the vision. Always keep your eye on the prize. Always keep your vision alive. And your vision is your highest passion and joy. Ecstasy. I'm hearing ecstasy. Whatever ecstasy is for you. These are your states, your natural states of being. And it is possible to bring it in to the 3D. I hope this was helpful. Again, if there's any questions, write them below. If it was helpful, please like, share, subscribe. I love you all.